Let's dig in. So menopause is not a one and done deal. It goes through the decades. So for those struggling, going, gosh, is this normal? Am I normal? Tell us just basically what happens starting in your 30s or 40s and then 50s and beyond.
So this is a natural transition. It all has to do with eggs. And as most people in this room know, women are born with a set of eggs. And as you age, slowly and gradually, those eggs get used up. And so in your 30s, your 20s and 30s, prime baby making time, technically speaking, from a biology standpoint, those eggs are pretty good. Every month, you get a signal from the brain, goes to the ovary, says, okay, egg, let's start developing. As that egg develops, your body starts making estrogen. You ovulate, your body makes progesterone. You get pregnant, you don't get pregnant. If you don't get pregnant, those hormones fall, it starts again. So it's like a curve. When you hit your 40s, those eggs have kind of started getting used up. You're kind of on the bottom barrel. Some of those eggs, like that signal from the brain goes to the ovary, and the egg's like, yeah, no, I'm not interested this month. Sometimes you get confusion. When you get 2 eggs that ovulate in 1 month, that's fun. You get a huge spike in estrogen. And as you get closer and closer to menopause, you may not ovulate every month. Your body may not make any estrogen. And so the way we characterize it is perimenopause is the 10 years before menopause. And I wish I had a blood test, and I wish I had a machine that I can put someone in and say, hey, when is menopause? And that's part of the problem. It's a backwards diagnosis. So someone can undergo menopause, and the definition of menopause is no periods for a year. And at that point, we are assuming that there are no eggs left. Like your ovary is no longer ovulating, your ovary is no longer making eggs. So if you have a family history of women undergoing an early menopause, you could be 45, and we call that if you don't have a period for a year and you're not on any medications, it could be premature ovarian insufficiency, which is a little bit different than menopause. But after 45, if you go through a year without a period, you're probably in menopause. If you're 49, you could have had perimenopausal symptoms at 39. If you are 55, you could have started at 45. It's very, very different for every woman. And so part of how we tailor our advice is based on where are you in this journey? Are you in menopause? In other words, is your ovary no longer making any estrogen? Or are you in perimenopause where your ovary is making estrogen, but it's kind of wacky. 1 month it could be high, 1 month it could be low. It's all over the place.
Okay, doctor/comedian. Thank you for the levity.